Go with the live things.
Sorry?
Yeah, let me share my screen and then I'll go. Yeah, these are the Power BI topics that we will discuss in these complete Power BI sessions and day.
Okay.
Coming to here, there are three kinds of major parts in Power BI that we will cover, and after that we'll go with the real-time project.
Overall.
I didn't get you.
This is overall.
Overall index. This is completely overall index.
Okay.
There will be like I've been divided total Power BI into 3 chapters, and then afterwards we'll go with one real-time project. Okay. In visualization, we'll go from introduction to all the basic things, and afterwards the important topics which need to be covered in visualization. One is like bookmarks, and then second one is like field formatting, conditional formatting, and then in the same thing, like we will cover all the modeling part. Okay, completely the data modeling. Okay, and then which are related to Power BI, not exactly in the Power BI, but related to Power BI. We'll go with those topics: data modeling, this one, and then afterwards, while we go the run, okay, we will go with the data warehouse concepts also, and then even in real-time project also, we'll go with modeling. So we'll cover total modeling also in this Power BI course. Okay, which is very important to survive in Power BI and SQL, whatever this industry. Okay, coming to like visualization, I've been gone through like bookmarks, formatting.
Can I record this video?
Yeah, I'm just recording and I'll let you know. Once I've done this, okay, I'll give you further links. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And then data modeling every day after the class. Okay, I'll just send you the link of that particular video where you can go through and see the things. Okay. This is obviously done. So not only single video, each and every session will be recorded, and then each and every session's link will be given, so that if you are not sure what is the logic or whatever the content, you can go back and then check that particular part in the video, and then you can work upon that. That's not an issue. Okay, and then coming to like I just let me brief the topics, and then we can go into today's session. Okay, first of all, as this is the first session, these are the topics. Like we'll go with visuals, and then we'll go with filter pane, and then we'll create a small finance dashboard in visualization, and then we will go to the next topic. So once you done the basics of visualization, we'll create a finance dashboard. Okay, which is very simple. Like we'll make you to create a dashboard log or a report page. Okay, using the visualization techniques that we discuss over here in this thing. Okay. Once we've done that, okay, that is a basic thing, not like using advanced concepts. Based upon the visualization topics concepts, we'll go with that. And then coming to the next topic, which is like ETL part, which is important in converting the data and then slicing data and cleaning the data. Okay, so that all topics we will cover. Okay, even M language, including M language basics, and then we will cover all these topics, where grouping, pivoting, and then a lot of merging, appending, and then UDF, like user defined functions, and then creating dimension tables, and then what is native query, and then a lot of other topics that we'll create. And after that, once we're done with the Power Query, we'll do some real-time scenarios using this Power Query, so that you can have like good knowledge, and then you can feel confident that in this session, it's not like, okay, we will go with some examples, we will go with real-time concepts. This complete course is built to go with real-time concepts. Like we will tell you, like for each and every example, for each and every concept, we'll give you a real-time example that will be like very important thing that you can't get anywhere else in YouTube. That's what sure I can give you. Yes. People in some other things where people go with some examples where they built and then they'll explain that and then they'll finish that. But here it's not going that way. We'll give you examples, and then we'll give you tasks, we'll give you material, and then we'll give you everything. And then a daily, based upon the today's session, okay, I'll give you a task, and then you need to work upon that, so that it will be like very easy on the go. by when you come to the tomorrow session, you'll be like confident enough that you done the earlier session, and then you can be confident, and then you can learn easily. We build this course such a way that okay, you don't need any proxy. You can do your interviews by your own, and then even you enter into the real time also without any experience.
Okay.
You can able to sustain there. That is our motto, to make people to sustain by their own in the real world. While you go into your job location, okay, you can have your own capabilities, and then you can do your own work by your own by without any assistance.
Okay.
That is our motto, to create each and every example using real-time examples, real-time scenarios.
Okay.
So for every ending of that particular chapter, okay, we will go with some concepts and scenarios, and then you will work upon that real-time scenarios, and then you can you will recollect all your knowledge within that particular scenario. That is what. And then the important part in the DAX, as everybody says, okay, Power BI is mostly most operations. I also accept that, but still we do have some coding part which is very important, where you can build a lot of projects, and then you can create wonders over there. That is
Coding.
what DAX coding part comes over here. And then
Okay.
Yeah, and then coming to here, sorry. Yeah, we will go with okay DAX, and then we will go with a lot of DAX functions which have been differentiated in particular string categories. So here it comes to like text functions. Okay, that is a category. String functions. Okay, it might be called as like a string also. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Okay, so okay, and then let me go into this, like a string functions. Once we done that, okay, so we'll go with date and then filters, and made it like okay 2 parts so that you can understand very easily. And after that, we'll go with math, info, arithmetic, and logical functions, and then we'll go with the table functions, and then we'll go with data warehouse concepts, and then time intelligence functions, which is very important again. And then again, we made it into 2 parts so that you can understand very easily. After that, we'll go with this fiscal calendars and some scenarios. These scenarios completely goes like okay real-time scenarios. For each and every topic, we'll give you real-time scenarios, and then we'll give you some scenarios to work, and then you will work upon that, and then you will revert back if you have any doubts. That is how our class or session has been designed. And then coming to other topics like connection modes and other topics which will be left over here in this DAX. Okay, that will cover. And after that, this is very important. Like you can't find these kind of concepts, okay, or anywhere. Okay, I'm sorry, you can't find this kind of concept anywhere. So just keep in mind, like okay, I will tell you like okay, custom visuals are nothing like okay. Logically, a lot of people know what exactly, but people doesn't know what is visual customization, and you can't find even videos on visual customization. That we will go through this session, these sessions. Visual customization is one of the advanced topics, okay, and then very interesting topics. Converting the native visuals into some other advanced things with the DAX part, and then some customizations of the visuals. Okay, so that is what we have been designed, and then this kind of things you don't find in anywhere in even in some other institution. Okay, so once you're done with, okay, we'll go with the pilot project. Okay, where this will be like okay a small project, and then designed by us, and then you'll work upon that. Okay, so that you'll have an idea like what you've been learned, and then how to implement that in the projects. And then once you done with your pilot project, then you'll be ready for the real-time project, which is the real-time and live. We'll make you to work by your own, and then we'll give you all the guidance, like we'll give you how the real-time environment will be. And then we'll go with all the real-time things, like how you will do the project in real time, the same way, in the same procedure you will do the project over here. In the earlier project day, okay, what we'll do, like okay, how we'll explain everything, how the real time works. So this real time project goes as exactly how it goes in real time. Okay, we will give you the project, how your project manager gives you, and then everything goes like real time. Once you're done with the real time project, you will be aware of everything, how the project will be done, and how the session, how the environment will be in real time, and then how whatever that you need to follow and everything. So that by the end of this real time project, you will be able to sustain in real time IT world. Even if you are not from IT world, that's not going to be an issue. Only thing is like you can sustain, survive in real time world, IT industry. Okay, so that's how we build it. And then like in real time project, we'll give you complete real projects modeling from the basics to ending. After that, we'll give you all the DAX parts, and then we'll go with some other important topics which are very like familiar in Power BI, which is row level security. And after that, okay, the other parts which are well known, and then a lot of questions that you will get in interviews are like on Power BI services. That we made it in 2 sessions because that is somewhat bigger concepts. So in 2 sessions, I'll just give you all the Power BI services. I'll give you in brief what Power BI services, what are the concepts that you need to learn, and then how you can give answers and everything. And end of the session, we will give you like lot of things, like we'll give you some sample resumes, okay, sample resumes, and then like, okay, we'll give you some classes on how to build the resume, how to build your resume. And then afterwards, okay, we will give you some how to prepare to your interview, and then those topics we will give you. Tips. Then once you're done with that, okay, after everything is done, okay, then what we will give you is like, okay, interview questions. These questions are very recent questions from a lot of reputed companies. Okay, so we have been collected a lot of questions. Okay, those questions are enough to clear your interviews. Okay, that is very easy. Once you go through all these questions, you can very easily crack your interview. That is sure. So no need to worry. We will be here for you. So until you get your job, we'll give you all the assurance how to get the job, and then we'll give you all the tips. And then once you get an interview, we'll give you all the tips how to crack that. So no need to worry. This is completely packaged, like from the beginning to the end, up to like, okay, your career starting. Okay, so let's been given a small index. Okay, and then we'll go with today's topic, which is like introduction. So let's go with the introduction, and then so this is Power BI. Okay, and my name is Prasad. I'm a certified Microsoft associate. Okay, so going into like today's topic, okay, just a small brief, like, okay, this complete course will be done within 30 days, daily 1 session. Okay, then after the session, you'll have like Q&As, like you can ask your questions, whichever that you find in this session, and then I'll clear all the sessions, and afterwards, okay, you'll get all these docs in your WhatsApp, which you provide me, and then afterwards we will provide you the material for that particular session, and then we'll provide you the task that you need to fulfill for that particular day. Once you're done the task, you can just revert me into the same WhatsApp number, and then we'll go through that. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can come again, and then you can ask in tomorrow Q&A session. So after each and every session, you will have a Q&A session where you can ask all your questions. It's not like just a video that you will see and then you can go. Like you can ask your questions over here, and then you can it will be like in and then you can give your comments also, or like if you have any queries, you can just type down in the comments, and then we'll get that, and then we'll reply to that. That's it. Okay, so that's the introduction, and then we'll go into like today's topics. Okay, first of all, before learning Power BI, first of all, learn what is BI, what is business intelligence, and then why. Okay, we need Power BI. Like, let us suppose that, okay, we do have an organization where a lot of people comes over here, and then mm, okay, and then coming to we'll go into like topic, and then okay, just 1 minute. Okay, so this is like, okay, Power BI, BI. Okay, BI is nothing but like, okay, business intelligence. Why we need it, and then what exactly business intelligence is like. Okay, let us suppose that there is a big company like which have a lot of branches, and then what exactly people do is like, okay, while they have a lot of branches, let us take an example, and then I'll explain you. Like, let us suppose that we do have a big e-commerce website which have a lot of branches all over the world, and then uh, which is very big, and the CEO who is like who can take the business decisions want to know what happening in his business. Like, he can't go to the every country and every place and then check what's happening in their business. So he need some content to see from his place, and then from his own place, and then he can take decisions. Like, let us suppose that, okay, we do have an e-commerce website, and then which is located, the head office is from somewhere else in India, and then he want to know like, okay, what's happening in India, like what is the season right now, and then what are the products will be like mostly sold in this country, and then based upon that he can take a decision from there. So it is not possible to come here everywhere, and then he can check it out, and then he can then take a decision. So what business BI does is like, okay, we'll give all the information from each and every aspect of his business, and then we'll create a report based upon the data available, and then we'll create some analytics based upon the information, and then we'll provide that to the CEO, so he can see from his computer what's happening the whole business, and then he can take decisions from there without moving his place. So let us suppose that he is from America, CEO, and then his business is there in a lot of companies, and then even in India. So he want to know like what's happening in India, and then what's the right season, and then in India, like we do have Diwali season, and then in Diwali season most of the electronics will be sold out, and then in Dasara, and then a lot of festival seasons, and then in even in year-end season also will be like most popular season. So he'll make some decisions for that particular season from there, from US. Okay, he don't need to come over here and then check it out his business. So this is what exactly business intelligence is. Business intelligence makes the business people like head of the department to take decisions from his own place without moving his place. Okay, to improve their business. So to improve their business, they should be able to take business decisions without moving their place. That will be like easier part from them, and then they can. So that is why they're right now trying to get this business intelligence concepts in their business. Okay, so I'll give you another example where you can understand more easily. I do have an organization like, okay, and then that organization have a CEO, and then business analyst, staff, and students, which will be like a training institute. And then I do have a lot of branches of that particular organization, and then in a lot of cities. So when it comes to like, okay, I do have a lot of staff which are like, okay, again segregated into HR, marketing, sales, admins, and then tutors. Okay, and then coming to students, there are a lot of batches, courses, and then fees. I have been got the data, everything over in an Excel or in a database. So once I get the data, I'll ask someone to create a report so that I'll have all the details in front of me in a system, okay, in a report. So once I click that, okay, I can go through each and every state, each and every place, and then I can check it out over there in that particular report. How many batches are going, how many like courses are going, and then what is about the fees, and then how many students have been paid the fees, and then still how many people remain to pay. Then at the same time, if the batches are increasing, then again he can access to the tutors, how many tutors are there, if they are sufficient or not. And then if they are not sufficient, then again he'll go to the HR, and then he will tell to the HR to take some other executive tutors. So from the go, like from his system, he can access everything and then he can take decisions. Like if the batches is increasing, then obviously he will take more tutors into the organization, and then the same time, if he wanted to promote like a particular course which is like booming, then obviously he'll go, he'll check with the marketing sales team, and then he will ask them to take a marketing video or something else to promote that. So in this way, you don't need to move to each and every branch, each and every like city to search what's happening, how many students are there, and how many batches are there, how many tutors are there for particular that institute and that particular places. So he can do this complete analysis from his system by his own. Okay. With this report, this is what business intelligence. Simply to say, business intelligence is like giving ability to the CEO to take business decision by his own, without going here and there, just simply sitting in front of the system, and then just by viewing this report, and then he can take the business decisions, and then from there he can improve the business. Motto of this business intelligence is to improve their business by taking the decisions through this report. This is what business intelligence is. So you come to like know what exactly business intelligence is, and then we'll just have a small example like what we have been gone through. Like so in the business we'll create like in the dashboard or in the report, what he will like so you see his like batch by students count and success rate, and then failure analysis he can do, why the students are getting failure, and then because of that if the tutor is not good, and then he can again change the tutor, and then he can see the success rate, and then if a success rate is good, obviously you can do a lot of things. Like based upon all the scenarios and all the analytics that he have, he can take some decisions. Like he can even go through the revenue generated batch wise, and the actual budget and forecast values and total revenue and the profit. Okay, everything he can go through. You don't need to go to each and every branch and everything. So simple, one go, one system. Like from his system he can view each and every things from batch wise profit loss, and branch wise profit loss, and then the state wise profit loss, and then everything, even country wise or whatever it might. And then he can like have employee dashboard, and then there he can see how many employees I have, and then what are their roles, and then if we need it, he can again go and then he recruit some other people. And this is what actually happens. He can take the decisions through this business experience. Okay, so business, and we came to know what exactly is business intelligence. So on the and then in that, what is Power BI? Okay, so why Power BI and what is Power BI? These things, we have been known what is BI. Then right now, there are a lot of tools outside to do this business intelligence reports or dashboards or whatever it might be, analysis. But only why we are learning Power BI? What is the importance and what is the speciality of Power BI? Okay. So while I take the session, you can ask any questions if you have anything. Okay, it's not like you just sit relax. If you have any questions, you can ask me while they go. You can just turn off the mute. You can unmute your mic, and then you can ask me questions. Okay, that's fine. And then like even if you find any difficulty in my in English, you can ask in Telugu, so whatever your language. Even I'm good with Hindi. Okay, so you can ask your questions even in your own language. If you find difficulty, you can ask me to teach in your own language. I'll teach this in your language. I'll answer your question in your own language. Not a problem. So that's up to you. If you want me to go in English, I'll definitely go in English. No issues.
Yeah, please go in English.
Yeah, I didn't get you, Andy.
Go with English.
Yeah, that's fine, Andy. Thank you. And then yeah, like why Power BI? We do have a lot of things, lot of Power BI tools starting from Cognos and then Tableau. So a lot of things are there, a lot of Power BI tools are there right outside. But why Power BI is booming, and what is the specialty of Power BI? So in Power BI, like we can connect the data, transform the data, analyze millions of rows of data, which is not available, and then the access data virtually anywhere. Again, the database tables, there are a lot of databases, a lot of kinds of databases are available in Power BI, which are not there with some other BI tools. So that is the first major things, and then complete ETL procedure can be done from inside the Power BI. ETL is nothing but extraction of data, transformation of data, and then loading the data. All these topics we will learn in brief, in detail while we go. This is just a introduction, so no need to get worried. If you don't even know what is exactly ETL, I'm just giving you a brief. So once we go into that particular individual topic, you will get to know what exactly. Just okay. So building relationships. Okay, in some of the other BI tools, they don't have building relationships. Okay, blending data and then from multiple sources. This kind of things is not available with other BI tools. That is the one of the advantage for Power BI. And then coming to logics and expressions, like we do have DAX, which is like the analytic expression. And then in that DAX, okay, we will completely crack the logics, and then as per the client requirements, we will do powerful analytics, advanced analytics, and then we will analyze the data set, and then we will give the required outputs using this DAX. This is very important concept. We will learn it very easily using our real-time examples and then real-time scenarios. No need to worry. I'll give you very easy tips how to know, how to learn Power BI with including DAX. Okay, all the things. And then coming to like visualization, this is the important thing that where Power BI made it a high peak in the other among the other Power BI tools. The visualization concepts like making reports, visualization charts, lot of charts are there, lot of visuals are there, which are like native visuals. At the same time, we do have a lot of custom visuals, lot of things are there. Okay, so you can use these visuals to visualize the data, and these are the best in class visualizations to create the reports and then dashboards. And then Power BI have lot of visuals, and then these counts are increasing day by day, and then we do have a lot of other visuals which are done by professionals outside the Microsoft, and then that can be used using through custom visuals. And then coming to like Power BI, it is the industry leading among Power BI platforms. And then Microsoft is giving every month update, monthly update. So every month you'll get new updates, and then you'll get okay new concepts in Power BI that will be like very interesting. So it is ever ready and then ever improving itself. So it will be the next decades probably peak and then most popular BI tool. And then coming to like it's intuitive, powerful, and then obviously free to get started. Like for the Power BI developers, the Power BI desktop is free. The most important thing is like you can install your Power BI desktop just, for free from your Microsoft website, or else I'll let you know how to get that by the end of the session, how to get that into your Power BI, into your own local desktop. Okay. Then coming to like, okay, what exactly Power BI do? What is the Power BI architecture and how it happens? Okay, just don't get like confused. I'll give you small, very brief things. Like from lot of sources, if you have lot of sources, let us give an example. Like you have, let us go with stores which are having okay a lot of branches all over the India. Grocery stores kind of things. We do have a lot of branded grocery stores. And that in that scenario, when that things, okay, so I do some company, some ex company have a lot of grocery stores in whole over India. So they'll get the like once the purchase is done, they'll have a data like okay, and then they'll store the data in some source databases, which will be like okay, Excel files or SQL Server or whatever it might be. They'll store this data, and then from all the sources and all the locations, they'll get the data into Power Query. And then here the Power Query do all the like okay shape and clean the data, which is known as ETL part. like unnecessary data, we'll remove the data, and then if we need to change any data, if we need to clean the data, then we'll do the operations over there, and then we'll convert it into Power Pivot. Like it's completely changing the data into OLAP to OLTP. Then after Power View, like we'll do all the visualization concept. So we'll make as per the requirement, we will convert the data from tabular view to a lot of other views like graphical interpretation using a lot of visuals that we do have in Power BI. And then once we done that, okay, we will just publish that into Power BI services, which is cloud-based. That is an advanced concept, like where you don't need to keep that report in your local desktop or local storage. You can keep it into Power BI service, which is cloud-based, and then you can share to your client and end user. They can see that whenever needed and wherever they need it. And then from that report, they can create their business logics and business ideas. This is what exactly the Power BI architecture. From the source, okay, they'll get the data and then they'll do manipulations, whatever need to be done, and then we'll convert the data like however we need it. And then afterwards we'll visualize, and then we'll create some reports, beautiful reports using that. And then once we done that report, and then we'll publish that into cloud, and then we'll share it to the client, and then client can see that report from anywhere, anytime, because that will be stored in services. Even though your system is off, the system is shut down, and then you're logged off, no issues, because we'll publish that in services, Power BI services. So the client can see that report at anywhere, anytime. This is what exactly Power BI architecture is.
Yeah.
And
Can I?
Yeah, you can ask me. Yeah, go ahead.
Get back to the last slide, please.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, okay, just 1 minute, and then yeah, sorry. Yeah, okay, and then yep.
What does Power Query do?
Yeah, I'll explain you. Like, okay, that is there. Okay, over here, I'll explain you that. Okay, once we just move this concept. Okay, definitely I'll explain you over here.
No. In a single line, please tell me about query.
Power Query is like, okay, ETL operate. Power Query does the ETL operation. It will extract the data and transforms the data. Transforming the data is like, okay, you'll have a lot of redundancy, and then not like redundancy, a lot of unnecessary data. Some columns are not necessary, and then some columns are need to be transformed into some other things. Okay. So some data need to be modified, some data need to be shaped, some data need to be cleaned. So that process we will do over here. That is what Power Query is. Power Query completely as it knows, like, okay, it is an ETL tool. ETL means extracting the data and transform the data and then loading the data. That is what exactly it knows. Okay. Is there anything else?
Okay. Next.
Okay, that's fine. And then
next, Power Pivot and Power BI. Say it in.
Yeah, Power Pivot is nothing but like giving relationships between the data, like whatever the tables. Like, okay, I do have different sources, and then from that, okay, I'll get the data, and then we'll give all the relationship between the data. And then Power View is like, I'll explain that, but still, to give you a brief, Power View is where we will create the visualization concepts.
Okay,
that's what. Okay, and then coming to like this one, let me make it like, okay. So like where what happens in earlier traditional business intelligence reporting or whatever it might be, and then like advanced versions, like, okay, in the previous steps, okay, why I'm just giving you a brief, because okay, this will be useful in cracking your interview and then everything. You should have a basic knowledge so that you can like give good answers to your interview sessions. Okay, so in traditional way, like earlier ways, okay, how this reporting used to be done, okay, from the basics to end. Okay, I'll just give you a small example. So earlier times, okay, they used to get the same front-end applications. From the front-end applications, they used to get the data, like, okay, these Dynamics 365 or SAP or AX, these will be installed into like, okay, those. In this example, I'll give you like the same example that we've been told. Okay, so while in a store, like, okay, while the people enter the data, like regarding the sales, okay, these will be entered using this front-end applications like Dynamics 365, SAP, AX, and a lot of other tools, other front-end apps applications are there. Through using that, they'll enter the data. Like while you purchase something, while the customer purchase something, the cash counter guy or whoever might be enter the data through this front-end applications. And then once it is done, so that data will be stored into like different databases from different locations. Then once it is done, okay, after that, that database individual data will be transferred into staging area where ETL part comes. Like that data need to be cleaned and shaped. For that, they used to use a lot of other technology guys who are from SQL Server, SSIS, SSRS, SSES. These people used to involve in this ETL operations, and then for doing just simply an ETL operation, let us suppose that there are a lot of guys need to sit over here, there, and then to work upon that earlier times. Okay, that is where a staging area comes into, and once it is like done, okay, again, it used to be converted into data warehouse, and then like data SSAS people used to be work over there and to create cubes, and then at SSRS people used to sit over there. Like there are some other technologies, okay, they used to sit over there and then they used to create those reports. This is how earlier times the reporting was done. In this earlier times, okay, there are a lot of unnecessary things used to be done. Let me explain you what are the things. Okay, server license need to be done. Okay, and then a lot of subscriptions of that particular softwares used to be done, and then a lot of tool license need to be taken, and then high maintenance cost. Then coming to like, okay, a lot of technical guys used to be sit over here. Each and every step, lot of technical guys need to be work upon that. So lot of manpower and lot of technical guys, and then this is on premises. There is no cloud kind of things, and then this need to be stored in on premises. And then once they want to like get the data from somewhere else, it will be like difficult to get the data. So this is what exactly the disadvantage of this particular like traditional way. So how the Power BI made it very easy, and then what are the benefits if we use Power BI over here? The same we'll take the same front end applications from that. Okay, we'll convert that into like again Power BI flow or what data flow, whatever it might be, and then once it is done, okay, the Power BI itself has its own ETL tool. So no other special manpower needed to do this ETL operations. Earlier times, okay, for only ETL operations, there are other people, not only the reporting guys, SSRS guys, okay, there are other people used to sit over there, and then they used to do ETL operations. So lot of manpower used to be there. But here in Power BI, the ETL has been integrated. So using that ETL sets, and then using the Power BI like Power Query, and then visualization and the DAX part, all these technical concepts and all these technical things done in one place. There only one guy needed, one technical guy needed, and then he can do all these operations by his own in the Power BI itself. So no need of lot of subscriptions, lot of softwares, and then a lot of things, low maintenance, and then few resources, user friendly, cloud based, which is cloud based. Like once the report is done and then published it into cloud, obviously anywhere from anyone can access, who are having that grant. So this is what the advantage of Power BI. Okay. In this Power BI, a lot of from the traditional ways, it is reducing the manpower, reducing the license cost, reducing the subscription cost, and then tool maintenance, and then the salaries of these technical guys. And after that, all these things, okay, on-premises things. It is not an on-premises thing; it is completely cloud-based. Just a minute. Okay, just a minute. Okay, this is what exactly like we have been learned. So this is what we have been learned, and then coming to other topics, Power BI, MS BI, and then Power BI. We do have other the Microsoft owned BI tools earlier also, but still again Power BI came with the same Microsoft Power BI. So what is the difference between Microsoft MS BI and then Power BI? That we'll do. That we'll check with just within 1 or 2 minutes. The same things that will be used in Power BI, like files or whatever it might be from that Power BI SQL Server integration services. Here we do have Power Query for that, and then to store the data like Power BI SQL Server, DBMS or whatever available, and then Power MSBI. Here we do have data flows where you can store the data, and then coming to model, like we do have a SQL Server analysis as services. And then here we do have data sets. And then from server, okay, we do have Excel or whatever it might be. Using that, we used to publish the reports, and then we do have reports over here, and then we do have dashboards. So for reporting, we do have reports and dashboards. This is how difference. What is the difference, and what are the concepts which are available over here, and then the difference between Power BI and then MSBI and Power BI. Okay. Then coming to Power BI and then Power Excel, like we already know, Power Excel have similar features to Power BI, but still a lot of other things that are advanced things available over in Power BI that we will just learn in a small 1 or 2 minutes. So Power Excel will have the same Power Pivot tables and then Power Charts. Okay, Power Charts and then Power Maps and then few functions. Okay, then common things that you do have you can do this in both the things we can do data shaping. You will be using Power Query like ETL operations and then modeling also and then calculations. But in Power BI itself, having a report view, which is very advanced thing and then very interesting, and then customization tools like you can customize the things, and then you can move forward here and there. You'll have R visuals, you'll have bookmarks and then interactions and a lot of things. And then publishing collaboration concepts is very advanced, which is not available in Power Excel, where you can store this data and then just limit the data as per your requirement to only some people. So you can control the data also through Power BI services. That is what exactly advanced concept which are available in Power BI, which is not there in Power Excel. So this is one of the other difference between the Power Excel and then Power BI. So why I'm just giving you a lot of difference, because why we need to use Power BI? That is the most important concept. What is the difference between a Power BI and Power Excel or Power MSBI or whatever? Why it is booming? So these kind of things you need to learn, and then only you can get interested, and then only you can go through some of the questions. Like they'll ask why Power BI in the interview section, in the interview scenario. Every time we'll go with the interview scenarios, like interview questions, and then we'll explain that answer in that question. Okay, in the interviews, okay, they'll ask why Power BI, why not, why didn't you learn other things, and there are a lot of other Power BI tools, reporting tools. Why you learned Power BI, and then why Power BI is special than Power Excel, and then why Power BI, even Microsoft have its own MSBI, then why it made it Power BI? So these kind of questions you may get. So then you can answer okay, Power Excel will have these things, and then Power BI has these advanced extra things. That is the reason why Power BI is booming, and that is the reason why I've been learned Power BI. So this is what. And then coming to a small note how the Power BI works, Power Query. That is what I told you, Power Query. Power BI will have Power Query. It is used to access, search, and then transfer public and internal data sources. Power Query is to access, search, and then transform the data. That is what Power Pivot is used to data modeling, like creating relationships between different sources. Like I do have different sources, and from that I need to give some relationship between that data, and then I can get a Power View is the place where you will analyze the data, visualize the data, and display the data in an interactive and graphical interface. So using some charts and then using some visualization, you will show the data in very beautiful way. This is where you will do all the things. Then Power Maps, okay, you do have a lot of geographical visualizations where you will show the data in maps. So the geographical data, like in which area, how much sales is there, in which area, how much products has been done in which area, like this kind of things in maps, not just in words, but in maps you can show that. Then coming to Power BI services, it's okay, you can share your data into some cloud-based things. in cloud-based folders, and from there you can just share the data into your end users, and then they can access that from that cloud. It is like cloud-based content is very useful, and then no need to like worry about that. If the on-premises data is not available, then what to do? If the on-premises system is like shut down or something happen to that particular data, then what? If it is stored in cloud, then obviously the client can use the data from anywhere and then from any place at any time. But this is what the advantage of that particular Power BI services. And then at the same time, we can restrict the data to particular users who can see and who don't want to see. Like if they told that they in some only some people want to see and then no other want to see, then we can restrict the data. Even we can restrict the data row level. Like so some only some part of the data can be seen with some of the executive and then some of the user, and then some of the data other data need to be shown to some of the other uh, guy user. So we can do that. Row level security also available over here. And then the most important than the advanced thing is Power BI Q&A. Power BI made this Power BI using some artificial intelligence. So you don't need to even ask, do a lot of queries by using the things. You can ask in the natural language also, just like what is the sum of total, what is total sales. You can type that and then you will get the answer. That is another way you can do the you can get that in Power BI services also. I'll let you know like what exactly. And then we do have data management gateways, which will give a lot of security for the on-premises data sources. So if the data source is on-premises, and then it is not like everyone go and get the data. The Power BI gateways will give security, like okay, only restricted people can like okay, security for that on-premises data. That's what exactly Power BI gateways do. This is just like okay, in brief concepts, what all the parts of Power BI will do. Okay, and then we have been learned. Okay, so till now you have been banged with all the positive points, and then I've been told a lot of advantages of Power BI. So you know what exactly the Power BI does and what is the advantage. So for every things, for every concept, there will be pros and cons. So till now we have been learned all the advantages of Power BI. So real-time dashboards we can do. Power BI tools, it consists all the ETL and then all the visualization tools, and then hybrid configurations and quick and then you can install it very easily, and then pre-built dashboards are available, and then lot of visualization visuals are available over here, and then the lot of data sources are available to get this into Power BI, and then that number is increasing day by day, day by day. But only disadvantage, there are some disadvantages for this Power BI also, which is very minute, and then no need to worry about that. The Power BI is rectifying one by one by one by one. Okay. Dashboard reports are shared only with users who having the same email. Like okay, within the company only we can share the details. Even we do have some other concepts like sharing. Recent times we do have those concepts like sharing the things with all the other people who don't have the same email ID. Okay, so for those people also, you can show by embedding this data into some web contents. That is also available recent days, and then. We do have limitations in this, like the file size should be like maintained. File size should be maintained as per the license that you have. Okay, if your license is Pro, then you will have your file should be like 1 GB, and then if your license is Premium, then you'll have then you can use okay like more than 10 GB or whatever it might be. So that kind of restrictions is there based upon the based upon the license that you have. So memory allocation of that particular file need to be like seen over here. So memory concern is there, and then there are other things like okay, dashboard never accept past users accounts and then any other entity parameters. So that is another disadvantage. And then like there are few data sources permit real-time connections Power BI report. That is another disadvantage. But okay, these things, these last 2 points are Power BI going to just rectify these things, and then already rectified a lot of these disadvantages, and then most probably all these disadvantages will be finished within few days, except this memory concepts. So this is what exactly regarding Power BI. Why Power BI? What is BI? We learned what is why Power BI we learned, and then difference between a lot of other BI tools we learned, and then what is internal concepts of Power BI we learned from the starting to end, and then we learned architecture of Power BI, and then coming to like um, disadvantage we learned. Okay, this is introduction, and then this will be completely a theoretical class. As I told you, like this is completely a theoretical class. We learn theoretical concepts over here, this basics, and then once we move into tomorrow's session, we'll start with Power BI. What exactly the Power BI, how, and then basics of Power BI. I'll give you a small brief how they look like. Okay. Yeah, this is the same thing which I've been taught to you. The same thing, visualization and everything. That is same thing, building blocks of that. And then like an introduction to like, okay, how our course goes, like, okay, we'll go with like introduction of this things, and then installing Power BI. I'll let you know how to install once this is done. Okay, how to install, and then what need to be done, and then shaping the data, connecting the data and shaping the data. That we will go through that into the ETL part, which is like into Power Query. And then coming after that, we will model the data, like giving relationship between the data, and then all the modeling concept we'll learn. And then after that, adding calculation fields, and then DAX, okay, calculations, all the calculations, and then functions, formulas, measures, and then a lot of other things that we will create over here in the DAX part. And then visualization, obviously we learn the visualization, the data reporting. We'll learn all the visualization charts, customizing, formatting, editing, interaction. Excuse me. And a lot of other things. Yeah, go ahead.
No, nothing.
Yeah. So these topics will go in the visualization concept, and that bonus to that, we will give you a real-time project, which will be live project that we will give you, and we'll explain you, and at the same time you'll work upon that. Okay. So this course includes a complete package from the basics to the end, including a real-time project. Okay. So as we've been in the beginning only, we've been gone through what are the content that we will teach in this session, and then coming to here, the Power BI, how to install the Power BI. Just you can go to this website link, okay, and then you can click on sign up for free. Okay, this will be like you'll have this sign up for free, and then you can get the Power BI desktop. Okay, you can just go over here, okay, download for free, and then you'll have that installed into your desktop, and then you can try free, and then you can sign in. If that sign in content also, I'll just give you how to. Microsoft needs a work or school email. You can't log in or sign in with your Gmail account. You need to have this kind of things, and then I'll let you know. I'll give you a doc how to get sign into this. Okay, I'll give you the document also how to create your. But okay, to practice right now, okay, you don't need any sign-in things. Okay, you can try. You can make it try free, and then just click close. You don't need to sign in right at this instance. Okay, if you want to sign in, no issues. I'll let you know how to create a school email or whatever it might be. Without purchasing anything, you can just sign in and publish the things. But right now, at this instance, you don't need any sign in things. You can just try free, and then you can click that. Okay? That is what you need to do. And then you can just even get this Power BI desktop into your PC. Just simply from your start menu, go to start menu, and then click okay, Microsoft Store. And then from there you can go ahead, and then you can click Power BI, so that you can see the Power BI. I'll show you how it looks like. Just okay, you can come over here into your start, and then you can search Microsoft Store. If you click Store, and then Microsoft Store will be opened, and then you can go into that Microsoft Store. This is the easiest way. And then the better way to go with is the website, and then even you can go with these things or the store. It takes time as per your internet connection. Just bear with me. So once you go into like Microsoft Store, you can search for okay apps over here. Like you can go with like Power BI. Power BI. You can go ahead and check that Power BI. Power BI desktop. You'll have the desktop over here. Power BI desktop. You have the Power BI desktop over here, and then you can just install that. Power BI desktop. You can install that, and then that's it. Yeah. Yeah, and then once you get that, okay, you can just maybe install, get it, and then that will be installed into your desktop. That is one way. And then, or else you can go to that in a browser. Okay, you can check the web address, and then you can Google from here. Power BI. And then from the till Power BI, you will get that Power BI Microsoft that first link. From here, right click. So try free. Once you done that, you'll get it into your PC. That's it. That's it. And then if you want, you can make it from the Power BI store. From no need to go into any browsers. You can type it over Microsoft Store, and then you can come over here, and then you can install Power BI desktop over here. Power BI desktop. And you can work upon that Power BI desktop. It looks like over here. This is like Power BI desktop. Okay, and then I'll show you some other things that it will be like how the Power BI looks like. Okay. This is how the Power BI desktop looks like. Okay, and then let me give a small brief, and then we will start other topics, basic topics, and then feel everything in tomorrow's session. Okay, Power BI will have three main core views. Okay, which is like reporting view, data view, and relationships. Okay, these three things, and this is like okay canvas area where you will work and show the reports, and these like okay fields and then a lot of other menus over here. Okay. Like this is data view, this is relationship view, and then this is like the report view, design whatever it might be. Then we do have a lot of other things that we will learn once you go into like okay Power BI desktop. These are all the things that we will learn. What is what exactly, how we'll do these things, we'll learn in tomorrow's session. Okay. Till now, what you need to install the Power BI. So if you find any difficulty installing your Power BI, just ping me. I'll let you know. But it is very simple to get your Power BI desktop in your PC. Okay. Just for today, we'll end up the session over here, and then we'll start the session tomorrow. And then I'll give these docs to you through this WhatsApp, and then you can go ahead and check it out whenever you need all the docs and material regarding this. And then just by through what I've been told to you right now, okay, just follow those steps, and then just install the Power BI desktop, and then from tomorrow we'll go into that Power BI desktop, and then we will do things work over there. Okay. So in tomorrow's session, we'll go with the basics of Power BI desktop, like okay, creating some simple things, the basic concepts of Power BI, like shapes, images, and then text box, and then buttons. A lot of things we'll learn tomorrow, and then we'll start our Power BI journey from tomorrow onwards. Okay.
Okay.
1 minute. Let me